Hey, my name is Rashad, the CEO of TutorHive. I'm going to share a little bit more about the business for yourselves at Daring Capital. What we're about is connecting every single student to the perfect tutor for them. If you think back to school, you had that teacher that you really got on with, and then you had that teacher you didn't. It was a huge impact because that teacher that you liked got on with you, inspired you to achieve what you've achieved. And the other one inspired some other kid because everyone's different. We want to make learning personal. And our vision is a connected ecosystem that helps every learner achieve their potential. And we're doing that for parents. So how would we describe ourselves in 3 sentences or less? So we are empowering parents to take charge and take control of their kids' future by providing an AI concierge to connect them to the right tutor for any subject and any level. It's a lifelong learning play. Now, we've got 3 types of users that we consider across the business. You've got the parent, the student, and the tutor. Let's start with the hard side of the marketplace, the tutor. They currently get charged 25 to 40% for using other platforms, and that's a huge bite out of a £40 average price per lesson. Now what that does is it creates an artificial increase in price per lesson, but also doesn't enable them to take advantage of group lessons, which is a great way for them to earn more and charge less. And the other side, the parent. That busy individual who works hard from 8 till 6 p.m, comes home, and the next thing they have to do is work on their kids and help them and all the housework. It's tough being a parent right now, especially with state schools struggling, private schools with VAT coming in, making it more expensive than ever. Grammar schools are now the hot topic. That's where every kid or every parent wants their kid to go to make it affordable, but also a viable option. These parents are looking for a better option. There's a need for it, and we're here to serve that. And the final one is the student. As you recall, it's all about the right impact of that teacher. The students want to work in a collaborative environment. They want it to be fun. If you like cricket and you're struggling with algebra, or if you like baking and you're struggling with fractions and ratios, why not combine them? Find a teacher that has the same shared passion as you, and then learn from them. Let's make learning fun. And that's what they do in Finland. They inspire their kids to enjoy and want to love learning. If we can do that for the next generation, we've got a chance. So my background is I used to run a youth club for kids with disabilities. And when I was running that at Warwick University, I realized that some of the volunteers would churn, because uni students, and some of the kids wouldn't engage, especially those with autism. So what I would do is I use the hobbies, the interests, and the personality of the child, and the same with the volunteer. So let's say this child likes Thomas the Tank Engine, and you're a volunteer that's an engineer. You guessed it. I'll tell the volunteer, go talk about trains to that kid, and you're going to get on. And it did. The child became confident, but by doing that, they became comfortable, they became curious. And at that point, I could get them to engage in sessions. And not only that, the volunteer churn decreased as well because those engineers had a better experience. Now, my other co-founder used to run a tuition centre. He built that from the sort of 1 person to 10 people and scaled. However, the problem with that was it's a very tough model to be in. Having a physical tuition centre is a business model that's not very appealing. It's difficult, capital intensive, and what we realised was there's a better way. Let's personalise it. Let's use the 1.5 million tutors in the UK as our target to supply them to the right student, of which there's 3.3 million. So what we've done so far, we've seen month on month growth of 30%, and we've had limited expertise in scaling in them, but it's clear. The go-to-market, working with individuals in the community, with companies, has been huge. So much so, we've managed to land GSK as one of our early clients who are using and rolling out TutorHive as a platform for their employees' children. We've validated this model and go-to-market as an employee benefit with HR consultancies who say it's a way to level the playing field, especially for working mums, to make sure that they're able to meet their professional and home demands. So we see this as an opportunity to level the playing field, not only in the professional, business and financial sectors, but across others. That instant access model, championed by Uber and Deliveroo, has evolved into the online GP model. So from speaking to educational experts in academia, legislators, we know there's a big gap for something that supports the learner from school to higher education and beyond. And there's very little addressing that lifelong learning play. So we know we're onto a winner. And we just need you to join us to not just embrace the change, but to be the change.